What's going on, everybody? This is Professor Crypto Banana. So we're all hyped about Popsicle Finance, right? We know it plays an important part into DeFi 2.0. However, there's a lot of confusion between the staking, where it happens, the tokens that you get from staking, and how it can exist on different blockchains and the bridging. And let's take a deep breath. I got you, fam. I even made some simple diagrams, right? So I'm going to be showing some simple diagrams. Hopefully it's a lot more clear. In addition, Popsicle Finance, big part of DeFi 2.0. I got other videos about that, but before we get started, I got to hit you with that disclaimer. Yeah, everything in this video, not financial advice. This is just for entertainment and educational purposes only. Keep in mind that this is like my speculation, my opinions, everything I'm going off of. So I'm not a crypto expert. However, if I make any mistakes, let me know in the comments section. I could be missing out on a lot of information. I could get things wrong. Hey, but if it makes it easier for you guys to understand, I'm going to keep doing it. I love doing it. So yeah, always do your own research, double check the work, and keep in mind that crypto is risky. Are we all good? I think we're good. We're good. Yeah, anyways, let's get to it. So, got my professor here. He's got himself a bag of ICE 100 on the Ethereum side. All right, keep in mind here. On Ethereum side, he's got 100 ICE. Boom, he goes over to Popsicle Finance. Boom, he stakes that bad boy, gets 75 NICE. What? You got less NICE tokens than you did in ICE? Yeah, it's all part of how it works. Okay, so boom, you get the NICE tokens and you say, okay, I'm staking. Cool, I got the NICE token and I don't see anything happening, but I got the NICE token, I'm staking, And you know what, Professor? He's got to go get that bread, right? He's a duck, he's got to go get that bread. And he says, you know what, I'll be back 1 month later. Boom, 1 month later goes by and he's like, all right, I'm ready to cash in. I've been staking, I've been hearing good things. My amount of NICE tokens hasn't changed, which is a little bit weird, but okay, I'm going to go back. Boom, so he goes back over to Popsicle Finance, and boom, he does an unstake, and wow, he's got now more ICE tokens than he originally put in. Whoa! So that is the whole concept about staking your ICE tokens and getting NICE on the Ethereum side. Whoa. That's like the core simplified box 101. There we go. Keep in mind, especially if you're a smaller fish, not a big whale, not a big bag size here. Look out for those Ethereum gas fees, because when you want to stake, unstake, do different types of things, yeah, that gas fees can really eat you up. So if you have a big stash, like $10,000, $50,000, $60, $100, whatever the gas fees is on Ethereum, so minor, it doesn't make a difference for the most part. However, if you only got like $200 to work with, yeah, practically everything's going to get chewed up by those gas fees, and that is rough. Okay, so let's go to the next step, the evolution. Here we go. So now the NICE token exists on different blockchains. So it's essentially kind of like staking on Ethereum, but without those Ethereum gas fees. So Fantom, it's got way lower gas fees. It's awesome. And then the idea is that I would want to potentially come in and just say, hey, I got me some Fantom, I got me some whatever different token, USDC, and I want some exposure to that NICE and that whole staking, but I don't want to pay the gas fees. Hopefully, I can just go on the Fantom side and be like, all right, I'm a swap, boop, done, that's it, and I get exposure. Now, if I truly wanted to, then I could go and reverse engineer all this and go back to the Ethereum side and get the ICE tokens, but there's no need because I'm a smaller fish, I don't want to do that. But maybe there's opportunities for bigger whales to make that happen. So main takeaway here is keep in mind that a lot of the fundamentals, like the pillars, are getting set into place here. In fact, a lot of this is already in place. However, there's probably a few little more things that need to happen, such as like really nice liquidity. So then if you try to get the NICE token on the Fantom side, you get at a good rate, same as you would on the Ethereum side. Okay, we'll get into that later. Okay, so how does this all happen? How can you have NICE, that token, be on the Ethereum side, on the Fantom side, and how to maneuver between it or have somebody else do it? Great. Let's go over this example. Professor over here, yeah, he's got his 100 ICE tokens. Yeah, and he went over to Popsicle Finance and he staked it. So now he's got his NICE tokens on the Ethereum side. Or maybe you can just simply swap for it. You got certain tokens and maybe you can just get the NICE token automatically. Not sure. Think about it, take a look, research it, cool. Anyways, the main important thing, this is the game changer here, listen up folks. So you can use Anyswap to now bridge your NICE token from the Ethereum side over to the Fantom side. whoa. And then likewise, you can always bridge it back. Now keep in mind that probably with bridging on the Ethereum side, you're going to deal with the gas fees, right? We talked about that, so that's a major thing. But yes, probably other chains, blockchains, are going to be supported with that nICE token. So it allows people that don't want to deal with the gas fees, let's say on the Fantom side, get that exposure and get that staked ice. And if you're bullish on Popsicle Finance, you're like, yeah, because Popsicle Finance, they're doing a lot of great things. I think I'm very bullish on it. They're going to generate a lot of revenue, and they reward their holders, their staked ice holders, by doing like a buyback system and giving them back more. And if you look at the metrics as to how many people are staking, it's like, whoa, really cool, really cool. So yeah, not financial advice, but that's just kind of a big thing. So that's why that's a big thing. At the time of the recording, please keep in mind that the liquidity probably isn't completely nailed down, but there's a few sites or a few projects that I think now allow that trade to happen where you can actually pick up nICE tokens. And I'm just extrapolating. I'm going even further. This is more speculation side, not even implemented, not even confirmed, but this is where I'm thinking like this is probably where the puck may go, and I'm already positioning myself in, and I want to help you guys get mentally in that space as well. So you know kind of like where to look for, maybe different projects, switch it up, but this is kind of like the concept, okay? So let's go down even a little bit further. So let's say you have the ability to get the nICE token on the Fantom side. You're already on the Fantom side, got some Fantom, you're like, bam, got me some nICE, right? And you grab some, and then you're like, okay, cool. So you just kind of twiddle your thumbs. I got nICE, but can I do anything more with it? Yes, you can. So, or at least this is how I'm thinking. You can utilize Grim Finance, which they are an auto compounder. We're going into a little bit of terms. So basically, you can have a certain token on the Fantom side. You can have just a lot of tokens, right? Different variety. And a lot of these farms, they want you to temporarily give up those tokens, and as a reward, they'll give you back, let's say, their own farming token, whatever. But what's nice about Grim Finance is it's, don't worry, we got you. We'll give you a whole list of farms that we support, kind of like the rates that they got going on, and we will give you the reward back. We'll auto compound it, meaning like you get the rewards back, and we will take that and boop, put it right back in. So I'm probably going into this discussion right here, but okay, I'll give the overview and then we'll go into the example. Fair enough? Fair enough. All right. Professor, he got the 75 nICE, goes to Grim Finance. He knows that they auto compound, so whenever I get like more nICE tokens, it just chucks it right back in, and then it auto compounds, and that is a big difference between APR and APY. Woo! So most likely, I can foresee Morpheus Swap, since they're the ones that are currently providing liquidity, and I even see some farms about it. They'll probably hopefully give single staking rewards. So all I see is I say, oh, Grim Finance, oh, I see a spot that says just for nICE tokens. I don't have to worry about being an LP provider and impermanent loss. I just put my tokens in, boop, done, and I get nice rewards and auto compounds back in. That is double staking. Excuse me, and I love it. So here's another visual to think about. Okay, got my 75 nICE. It's like I'm depositing in a Morpheus swap, and they are giving me, let's say, just for numbers, 0.1% nICE per day, every day, APR. So then you can times it by 365 to get your APR. Don't know if it'll hold steady, but this is kind of the numbers I'm working with, right? Grim Finance says, all right, since you are ready, they're utilizing it, their connection, they got things set up, they know how to take that nICE, boom, and chuck it right back into your pile of nICE. Now, if you're to be doing this just directly on the Morpheus Swap side, I think you'd be rewarded in Morph tokens. So rather than having to, let's say, sell your Morph tokens and then buy the nICE token, pay like the gas fees and the swap fees and all that, Grim Finance basically does it. I think they do take a small little profit or some of those rewards for themselves for just doing it, but still, like over the long run, I'm a big fan of that. I don't have to constantly be auto compounding, especially if they do it like more frequently. Somebody can crunch the numbers on the math, because I hear sometimes that if you got like a huge stack, it's better to manually compound because of the percentage if Grim is taking a little bit. I don't know. I personally like Grim. I use them. I am invested in Grim. I am using some of the farms on Morpheus, and I am a ICE holder. So there you have it for all the disclaimers. All right. What else did I write down here? Okay, so obviously speculating, but I think it'll be coming up. can probably hop on the Discord, talk to some of the people at Grim and Morph, say like, yo, you implementing this? We'd really like this. Hey, come on, let's go, let's go, let's go. Since they already have, Grim and Morph already have some sort of connection with a lot of the farms and auto compounding, I fail to see why that wouldn't happen. So probably can ask more, but again, this is just like my mindset. I'm already there. I already see that happening because they already have that with wrapped memo, W memo, which is with time. Wonderland, got another video about that, how I explain it and how you can like get staking on your staking. So this is just like the next step. It's just, it makes sense. Okay, so but keep in mind that there are things to be aware of. Smart contract risk, right? Because if, you know, knock on wood, something happens, something goes belly up. Maybe there's something happens at Grim Finance. Maybe something happens at Morpheus Swap. The more projects that you allow to enter into your funds and have that whole chain, if one goes kaput, ooh, that puts your funds at risk, right? So keep that in mind. Nothing has a free lunch type of deal. So it's kind of like more risk, more reward here. But I personally like it. This is probably where I'm going to go. So let's just do a little conclusion, wrap up, and then I'll go over some of the sites to just, you know, kind of give you like even more of a visual as to how this happens. One thing to see a diagram, another thing to actually see like the actual site, right? Excuse me. So Professor over here, let's say he's on the Ethereum side, he's willing to pay the gas fees, do whatever, just in general. You get ICE, and then you stake it, and you get the NICE token. What's really happening here is that it's like, boom, you're getting rewards, you're getting rewards, you're getting rewards, and you don't have to do anything. So you're just getting more ICE as time goes on. And that is represented by this. Okay, now let's push it to the next level. If you go on the Fantom side, I'm speculating now that, you know, it's cool to do all the swapping and everything, but if, let's say, you use an auto compounder such as Grim Finance, Morpheus Swap has farms out there so that you can do single staking with your NICE, you get even more NICE. So it's like double staking, right? Because you're getting more NICE, and if you're getting more NICE, you're getting more ICE. That's a lot. ICE, 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 more ICE. Yeah. So here's another simpler way to also think about it as well. It's because if you have NICE on the Ethereum side, the only way how to unravel that all and get your ICE is on the Ethereum side. However, a lot of people know like, okay, that's equal because I can just swap between bridges, and it's the same exact thing if I'm willing to pay the gas fee. So it's pretty much apples to apples then, right? So that's how I'm seeing it. You know, hopefully that makes sense to you guys, and you can correct me if I'm wrong. But what is the downside with this bridging? Because no such thing as a free lunch. Well, somebody's got to be willing to take the hit on the gas fees, most likely. And in addition, keep in mind that when you do the bridging, if you are going to be the person that bridges, be aware of just bridging in general. Because I know with Anyswap, sometimes funds get locked for a little bit. It takes like an hour and people are getting nervous or they want to trade and they're like, come on, there was my opportunity. So keep that in mind. You know, maybe sometimes your funds may get lost. I think that's a very rare scenario, but it may happen. So I just want to make sure that you guys are aware, because if I know it, I want to pass that information along. Do your own research, check it out. I've used Anyswap before through the form of Spooky Swap. Had really great experience with that. Sometimes it is slow when there's a lot of traffic, but overall, you know, knock on wood, it worked. But they say don't play with anything more than you're willing to lose. Maybe do it in batches just to be safe, just in case if you're really big whale. Just, hey, laying it all out there. Let's see what else I wrote here. Swapping. Yeah, so right now I think Morph is offering NICE, so you can technically get it. I knew that the contract, the ability to have NICE and bridge was out there, but nobody's really providing the liquidity for it. Liquidity, what does that mean? Somebody's got to be willing to give up 2 tokens so that you can make the trade that you want. So if you want the NICE token and they have to have like a second token that they give up voluntarily, get a little bit of rewards for it. As of right now, there was no reason to. There wasn't really great rewards to do it. So people are like, why would I want to give up my token and deal with impermanent loss and all that? But now with Morpheus Swap, I think they actually do give out rewards for that. So now people are starting to deposit, get some pretty good rewards, and that allows people to, like, let's say, give up 1 token for the other. So let's say that Fantom for that NICE token, and then vice versa. Okay? So we already talked about smart contract risk. Okay, so we talked about websites. Let's just go through all of that quickly here. So the thing that started this all off was, thank you, Skinny Nosy. Just gave out this saying, so we can get staked ICE now through Morpheus Swap. I saw that last night. I was like, I was looking for liquidity. I was looking for a way to actually swap for it, and Morpheus Swap seems to be doing that. So gave a little explanation here on my tweet. And I think that the same thing is going to be happening with sSPELL as well, the staked version of sSPELL, because I saw a farm on Morpheus Swap. Doesn't have a lot of people that are being LP providers, which gives you different rates. So yeah, again, don't necessarily like ape on in on the Fantom side because you say, I see NICE, that's the same on Ethereum. The prices of the NICE token may essentially be different, so make sure you get a good rate on that. Yeah, so that's one thing to consider. Also, if not a lot of people are providing their tokens up, you can really get a bad rate on that as well, so keep that in mind. The more people are willing to give up their tokens temporarily to allow other people to swap, the better your rates will be. So thank you. I want to make sure I get your handle right. MJ the Popstar. Thank you. I'm telling everybody, like, follow this guy. He seems to know what he's doing. He has the ability to watch whales and knows about the whole like cloned Ohm forks or the forks off of Ohm, and seems to be watching different projects. Got a lot of good information, so I like watching what he tweets out. He was able to confirm that yes, that is the right token, because maybe you want to make sure that you're swapping for the right token. Somebody could put out a fake one, and then you're like, I just got scammed here. So make sure that you're getting the right token. Can look at the address, look at the documentation. We'll go over that. So thank you, RKP2704, for letting me know about like the different rates. Sometimes wait for things to stabilize in that front. The reason why I did this video was there was some confusion in the comments saying like, yeah, you can't stake on Fantom, but technically you can't stake NICE on Fantom with Popsicle Finance. However, again, with that whole bridging ability, you're essentially able to. It's kind of like a apple to apple comparison, and it was confusing, and I get it. So I wanted to make it clear. I tried to leave some pinned messages, and if there's anything that's confusing or incorrect, let me know. Let me know what you think is the best way on how to address it. Some people are saying like, hey, like make a follow-up video, such as what I'm doing right now. Leave a pinned comment. Okay, I'll try that, and no, I'll definitely do that. And then they said, even modify the video. So that's something I gotta learn. But that was kind of like the reason why I was doing this. And in addition, this is the staked ICE contract, NICE, right here. So then you can see right now on the Fantom side, they got already 401 people doing that, swapping, do a little here, a little there. I was monitoring it before. There wasn't a lot, but that was until the Morpheus swap. Thank you. So can take a look at the documentation of the NICE tokens, and right here they will give you the addresses, the contract address, so make sure that you got the right one. See, this is the one on the Fantom side, as I just showed you, 443, 443 right there. Yeah, so, and then here's on the Ethereum side, and they give a little bit more of an explanation. So if you need more of a verbal, read it, there you go. Here's a screenshot on how to use the NICE staking and the rewards and the APR. Take a look. Those rates can always change. And again, just more screenshots. Like, let's see, you put in a certain amount of NICE. How much ICE are you earning? Locked, staked, etc. Okay, I think that's how it goes. Does that auto compound? Maybe. Staking. So apparently in the view they got some percentages. So keep that in mind. I don't know necessarily how it's going to look on the Ethereum side when you stake your ICE and you get the NICE. Can you like just continually take it out? Or do you have to swap over your NICE tokens? That part I'm not sure about, but I just like to keep it simple, big overview picture, right? So maybe this document should explain it better. Popsicle Finance, I'm in incognito mode in case you're curious, so nothing's going to really link up, and I'm not going to link up a wallet here. However, essentially come to Popsicle Finance, boom, and then you click on that stake portion. I assume that's how you make it work. Anyswap, right? So I talked about it. Man, I love using Spooky Swap, Spirit Swap, that type of deal. However, I don't know if they necessarily have it listed out there at this point in time for the NICE token. So you can just go to Anyswap and boom, you'll select your NICE, which is the staked ICE token on the Ethereum side, boom, and then you select, hey, I want to bridge this over. I want to send this over across to a different blockchain on the Fantom side with the NICE. Now, double check my work on this before you send anything, lose your stuff, or do, like read all the disclaimers and all that good stuff here, because I don't want people to to like come at me saying like, hey, you recommended this, I did this, and da da da. So before you do that, be aware, right? But then also you can do the opposite. No, no, I'm not going to do that. So you could like flip it and then go from the Fantom side, push that over to the Ethereum side. Okay, so this is Grim Finance, and this is the example with, so you know how I talk about nICE and how you can single stake it? Well, this is kind of what I was talking about. So they have that implemented for wrapped memo. Think of that as just nICE, and they have different farms out there, and they'll show you their rates. So there's different ones that give different rates. Now some are probably more advantageous than others, and at the same time keep in mind what the farm that it's using and is it safe. For example, with Spirit Swap, they're kind of like the very, very big OGs into their decentralized exchange, verified, all that on the Fantom side. So, you know, most likely I'd feel safe, even though this is like an LP token as opposed to single staking. But you get the gist. So there, and then maybe that's something to consider when you're looking at the rates. Maybe you're willing to take a lower rate for something that you feel more secure about. Okay, and then there's also, so right here, there's Singular given 0.07%. I'd be like, all right, that's kind of low. Right here for Morpheus, it's 0.05%. That's also low, probably because so many people put a ton of money in. So a lot of competition, the less rewards. Scarecrow has got 8.34 million. Whoa, and they have 0.15%. So, and then Trick or Treat is doing even more. Now keep in mind, there's probably an initial deposit fee. So as soon as you pop it in, it's probably going to be like 2%, 3%, 4%, not sure. So it's kind of a way to make sure that people probably stay in there longer, as opposed to just like come in a little and then like jump right out. So keep that in mind. But this is just my example and how I'm thinking like, okay, it's going to be happening. So let's look at Morpheus Swap. So to clarify, Grim Finance, you get rewarded in the token that you staked. So if you do an LP token, it's going to auto compound and give you more of the LP token that you provided. So it's not, you're not getting like a Grim Finance token or anything. You're getting what you put in is what's getting auto compounded. On the Morpheus side, however, if let's say you go to a single staking and you do the pool, you get rewarded in Morph tokens. So what's nice is Grim Finance is going to be like selling that token, probably the Morph most likely. This is how I think it works. It's like it's automatically kind of like taking out that Morph token, boom, and giving you the different reward. Or maybe it's just they got to deal with Morph Swap so that they get, you know, the original token that you put in as instead of giving the Morph token. I'm not sure, but just a clear distinction why I like the combination of the two as opposed to separate. So if you come over to Morpheus Swap, you get paid in Morph. So maybe you're very bullish on it, you like it, you can do certain things. However, you know, I have my preference, which I'm stating right here. So then you can see you get like 17% wrap memo, and this is how it all works. So I'd be watching this for when nICE comes out on here, or sSPELL, boom, because again, wrap memo, that's the same as the equivalent of nICE, but more on the Wonderland project. Now, taking a step further, why I say there's liquidity and why that's a big deal is because I look right here, that nICE and MIM, you can see that $1 million people, or not $1 million people, $1 million right now is locked in to allow people to trade, which is great. That's huge, because now the rates are better, etc., as opposed to like one random person pops out 10 nICE and then you're paying an insane amount just to get like 10 nICE tokens when in reality you could get 1,000 tokens or something. I don't know. Right, so this facilitates the trade. It allows you to be able to trade on Morpheus Swap. Boom. So I'm seeing that. I'm also seeing the sSPELL. That's some alpha right there. Take a look again, but make sure the rates that you're getting for both tokens are good, because you don't want to overpay 30% when the APR is, let's say, 30%. You're like, well, that sucked. Right, so take a look. And then on the swapping side, yeah, you just come over to Morpheus Swap here. Make sure you got the right, go to CoinGecko and navigate to the correct site, because I'd hate for anybody to get scammed because they went to the wrong site. That's a complete hack scam, and then connect their wallet and they lose all their funds. So, be cautious about that. Look at the contract address, all that good stuff. But just for this example, pop in, let's say $10,000, which is a stablecoin MIM, $1, $10,000, okay. And then I'm watching right here, price impact. So it doesn't really fluctuate that much, right? So that's pretty good. There is a swap fee of $15, which, in comparison to $10,000, probably pretty low. But either ways, that's just how I'm seeing it. So hopefully that clears things up. This is some things that I am very bullish, I'm very excited about. Not financial advice, always do your own research, but I'm pumped. I love the concept that it can go, the stake tokens can go to different blockchains that have way lower gas fees. And there are certain farms out there that are saying, yo, we want those stake tokens and we'll reward you back with even more rewards. So it's like double staking. I'm very bullish. I don't necessarily see a lot of people connecting those dots. So Again, educational, entertainment purposes only, but even just being aware of what's coming is always just a good way to be a few steps ahead. Yeah, so hopefully that helps, clarifies things. I'll see you guys in the next video. Pieces.